closer we get, the more these readings resemble human brainwaves.
Whatever it is, these radiation lights are building rapidly. It would be dangerous to get any closer.
Maybe we won't have to. Let's see what Lindsay's doing. Lindsay, this is Nelson. You located the source of that radiation yet?
It's unbelievable. Hard to believe something like this caused a 1,000-mile communication blackout.
Captain, the hull's getting pretty hot from that radiation.
All stop. Neutral buoyancy.
Aye, sir.
Well, what does it seem to be, Lindsay?
Stone. It's in 2 segments. Almost like a human brain.
Does it seem to be floating, or is it connected to the rock?
Can't tell. I'm going to hit it with the laser beam to see what response we get in radiation level.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, starring Richard Basehart, David Hedison, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Damage control. Damage control, report. Chip, check out the damage.
Right away. Come on, Chief.
Aye, sir. What about Lindsay?
I can't get a picture. Survive, but we better make a rescue attempt.
All right, I'll go. Come on, Kowalski. All right, Lindsay, start back.
Reactor's behaving erratically, and Shark is checking it now. But we should have power in a few minutes.
Good, good. That rock form out there is still active.
It's too active for my taste. Whatever it hit us with packs a real wallop.
But it didn't kill Lindsay.
He's still alive?
Yeah, please bring him on board now.
Missile room to Admiral. Captain Crane is approaching the entry hatch.
I'll be right there. Get him to sickbay.
No, not now. We have to bring that rock aboard. Admiral, that creature is a life form. It's alive. It's something no man has ever seen before.
It's also something that almost killed you and nearly destroyed Seaview and everyone aboard.
Because I hit it with a laser beam. I had no idea it was alive. But now that we know, we can and must bring it aboard for study.
I'll think about it. Get to sick bay and have the doctor check you out.
You're not going to bring that rock aboard, are you?
Look, we're here investigating a communications blackout for the Navy. If that rock is the cause, we have to find out how and why.
But we've already seen how dangerous it is. Why don't we just destroy it?
Because if it turns out to be a form of life, it could be a phenomenal discovery.
But how could we possibly...
And if it's a life form, we can control it with drugs. Then we'll build some kind of shielding against the radiation. Meanwhile, let's check our instrumentation, see how our friend is doing out there.
Who's that? Who's talking?
In the water, I entered your mind.
The creature in the pit?
Yes, in your words, from your mind, I learn. I speak to you alone.
Alone? The others can't hear you?
No, only you. Your mind is mine. You will do what I tell you.
Yes, I will do what you say.
I am pure intelligence. I have no body. You will see to it I am brought aboard. Then this creature of iron and steel, this submarine, will become my body. Then I can move as men move.
I will see to it you're brought aboard the Seaview.
Now.
If they refuse?
You will bring me aboard. I order it.
Oh, it has to be alive, eh? The resemblance to human brainwave patterns is too close. Besides, there's just no other way of recording an electrical radiation pattern like this. Could be a separate Earth evolutionary line, or maybe something from another world, outer space.
Well, whatever it is, it's deadly.
There may be more of those out there. We should know something about them.
Admiral?
Lindsay, you're supposed to be in sick bay.
The doctor gave me a clean bill of health. Give me 3 men and the necessary equipment, and I'll have that creature aboard in 2 hours.
Not without some protection against its radiation.
We can devise some sort of shielding. Magnetic force would do it. Besides, you have the necessary units. The magnetic fields we were testing on our way here.
Might work at that. Lee?
I'll organize a party.
The radiation level is dropping. There's really no danger.
Stay behind the shield, Lindsay. All right, Kowalski. Throw the net over.
almost dormant again.
That's the electromagnetic shielding. Watch what happens when I cut the power of the shield.
The radiation increases sharply. We'll have to find some way of grounding its energy. Now, let's have those meter readings.
30 degrees. 1,500 ohms.
30-degree oscillation, 8,527 volts. Salinity factor, 24. Electrical peaking wattage, 240. Temperature reaching plateau of 99 degrees.
Lindsay, turn up the magnetic shield. That was close. We're gonna have to hold that shield value at a much higher level.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Now look at this. The last bit of tape on the encephalograph it shows sudden activity. It's almost as though it attacked deliberately.
It obviously has a large energy content, but it certainly isn't strong enough to be a danger.
I'm not so sure. I'm going to put everything we know about this creature into the computer.
Don't call it that, Admiral.
Why not?
Because it's an intelligent being, you should know that.
You feeling all right, Lindsay?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you had a pretty rough time out there. Maybe you better check back into sick bay and have the doctor...
There's nothing wrong with me, Nelson. Why don't you just go back to running this boat and let me handle these tests?
Right now, I don't think you're capable of handling them.
You forget I'm aboard because there's a radioactive communication blackout in this area. The Navy put me here because I'm a specialist in electronic energy. There's no one more capable than I of...
What is it?
I'm sorry, Admiral. Please accept my apologies. The excitement of this discovery and the shock I had. For a moment or two, I forgot myself.
Well, it's understandable, but it's all the more reason why you should check back with the doctor.
You're right. And I will. Just as soon as I double-check the environmental controls we've established. It's all right, Admiral. I'm fine now. Why don't you process the data? I'll join you after I've seen the doctor.
All right, Lindsay.
You almost made a very bad mistake. You will have to do better in the future. You must be more efficient, less emotional.
I will try. And after all, I did get you aboard.
Yes, but I must control the crew. Every man on board must be my slave, as you are my slave. With enough knowledge and energy and the Seaview as my body, I can do anything. Turn down the magnetic shield so that I may start to take over the Seaview.
Is the Seaview now your body?
It soon will be, but there is more I want.
What?
In time, there shall be others like me, and then man will live to serve us, and only to serve us. I grow in power all the time. Feel my power. Listen and remember, you will do as I order. You will not fail. This ship will be my body, and every man on board will be my slave.
Anything unusual, Lee?
Well, the live steam coming up from the ocean floor is practically stopped. And the water temperature's been dropping ever since we took that creature aboard.
Other things have changed, too.
You mean Lindsay?
It worries me. Despite what the doctor says, I'm not sure he's really recovered.
No, I know what you mean. His walk, his manner of talking. He doesn't seem like the same man, does he?
He's completely lost his scientific detachment. I'm not sure that we can depend on his judgment about that thing in the lab.
Do you, still think it came from another planet?
It could have. That's why I want a team of divers ready to go into the pit tomorrow morning.
I'll set it up. Now, what do you want them to do?
Take photographs of the entire ocean floor around it. Make a careful chemical analysis of the water and the rock and search for some kind of a vehicle.
Consider it done. But you know, I'm not really sure. You heard that?
Yes.
The brain?
Could have. Maybe telepathic. Perhaps it sent out a thought probe.
If it has that power, if it did come from another planet.
That's right, Lee. It could be the most important, as well as the most dangerous thing on Earth.
Wake up. It is time for me to learn what knowledge there is in the computer banks. You will turn them on, so I can drain them of all information. Then the Seaview will be mine.
We'll be men on watch.
If so, you will dispose of them. Go.
How will you make contact?
Through you, my energy probe will allow me to contact the computer. It is over. All that was in the computer is known to me. The Seaview is now truly my body. Leave quickly.
$2-cent flashlight battery set.
No, it's worse. The tapes are blank. Every bit of information stored in these computer banks is gone.
There's no way to do that, not the way it's engineered.
I know, but it's still true. Chip, what's the report from the secretary room? Something wrong down there? Chief, come on. Still alive. Get him to sick bay. You bet, sir.
You'll be all right.
Any idea what caused it, Doc?
Seems to be no doubt it was electrical shock. The burns on the clothing and his back, the traumatic condition are all indicative. I'll give him some sedation. Good night's sleep, and you'll be back on active duty in the morning. something wrong, Admiral?
No, I suddenly realized I had a blinding headache.
You were not seen?
I don't think so. I had a little difficulty with Commander Morton, but I'm sure he didn't see me.
You did well.
You got what you wanted from the computer.
Yes, I have all the information I need to operate my new body. This thing of titanium you humans call a boat, a submarine.
Then you're finished with me.
No. Until I can build up my energy potential, I need the assistance of a human who also knows everything about this boat.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
But there is someone aboard who does. And having just probed Nelson's mind, I know what man I want. Captain Crane.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
You will bring him here to me.
No!
You will do as I wish immediately, or you shall be destroyed. Now go.
I've been hearing scuttlebutt that a special research team is going out in the morning.
No, that's right. Mostly photographic and chemical experts.
I've prepared some special instrumentation. Maybe you'd like to check it out with me.
Oh, I'd be glad to when this watch is over.
Well, go ahead, Leon. Take the comm over.
All right, let's go.
Lindsay, how's that thing behaving?
It's quiet now, Admiral. The magnetic shielding has it entirely in check.
If there's any change, you'll let me know at once.
Of course.
You're sure this shielding controls any energy that thing has?
No doubt about it. Check the instruments for yourself.
He will be the second one to serve me. He can't hear me. Not unless I wish it can I be heard.
Everything seems to be holding.
There's no way for his powers to pass beyond the magnetic shielding. Take my word for it, Captain.
Close the door and lock it. What my power source shall be. I will make contact with the nuclear reactor.
Why the reactor?
For energy. If I use the reactor properly, my energy source will be unlimited.
Oh, I can't help you with that. Why don't you release me?
I told you I still had use for you.
You have all the power you want. I brought Crane to you. There's nothing more I can do to help.
Enough, or I will dispose of you right now. Now stand away from me. I am not certain how much of my energy corona a human can stand.
You destroy us.
I feel the energy. It's swelling within me. Power will be mine. Power will be mine. the slave, and I am the master.
Yes.
You will now be able to hear me, and I will be able to read every single thought in your mind whenever I wish.
I'll do what you want.
It is now my wish to leave here. You will see to it that the Seaview gets underway in the morning.
Yes.
I still don't know what happened to me last night, sir. I ran into the circuitry room and was testing some switches, and then suddenly everything blanked out.
Well, probably an accidental contact. Fortunately, it wasn't any worse, Joe.
What's going on here, Admiral?
I'm still working on the repairs. Shouldn't be too long now.
We'll make the repairs underway.
Underway? We're not nearly through with our research here.
After what's happened, we're more than through. We're putting back to Santa Barbara immediately.
Easy. There wasn't any serious damage. And we have an exploration party going out in a couple of hours.
Belay it. A clear and present danger to the crew and the Seaview exists in this area. Prepare to get underway. Course 280, depth 100 feet.
Aye, sir. .280 won't take us back to Santa Barbara, sir. We'll be heading toward Australia.
Yeah, I know. Set the heading.
Morning, Admiral.
Morning. Yeah, the energy buildup has doubled since we brought that thing aboard.
When I hit it with the laser beam, it must have been dormant. Since then, it's become, well, for want of a better word, conscious, alive, ever-growing. Energy would naturally build up.
Increase the strength of the magnetic shielding.
Well, I hardly think that's necessary, Admiral.
Increase it, Lindsay. Double the output. And keep it that way. Under no circumstances let that intelligence regain power.
This is Chief Sharkey, Admiral. Could you come to the reactor room right away?
Turn the shielding down again. Turn it down.
No, I'm not going to do it.
You think you can defy me?
I'm through obeying your commands. You're dangerous, evil. All you want to do is destroy. I'm going to turn up the shielding and destroy you.
No longer can you defy me. Your will to resist is now gone. Now, not only will I destroy, but you will destroy for me.
This is the captain. What's the trouble in the reactor room?
We've got a power loss and can't figure it out, sir.
How much?
About 15% and falling slowly.
I'll be right down.
And I've had to step up the output over 15% just to keep the power loss down. Yes, sir?
Well, you know, that the power just doesn't disappear in the thin air.
No, sir.
Oh, it's going somewhere, Chief.
Yes, sir, I would say so, sir, yes, sir.
Any idea where?
No, sir. Well, to tell you the truth, since this thing flipped its wig last night, I haven't been able to figure out a thing about it.
What's the trouble?
15% loss of reactor power and no clue.
We can live with 15% loss?
Of course we can, but the loss is increasing. If it continues this way, we'll soon reach the point where we can't live with it.
Then we'll have to compensate. Chief, build the reactor output and keep building it to hold power.
That's tricky, Captain, and dangerous.
That's an order.
Yes, sir.
I'll check out the control room, Chief. You let me know if you find anything here.
Aye, aye, sir.
Chief, before you notify the Admiral, Let me know what you find out.
I think we got it. But it sure beats me as to what happened here when Commander Morton got knocked down. I think we better double check.
Patterson, this is the Admiral. How are you doing with the repairs?
But so far, everything's checking A-OK, sir.
You better check your power source, Patterson. We're getting a loss in the reactor room.
Aye, sir. Keep your eye on the voltage flow from the reactors. I'm going to check back through the power lines.
Okay, Pat.
Hey, pretty fast trip, Pat. I said that was a pretty fast... Hey, what gives? Hey, this is no time for games, Pat. You better start checking the power flow like the Admiral said. We're gonna be here all night. Pat! Pat!
Chip, I'd like to try a change of course.
Yes, sir.
Change 5 degrees to 285.
5 degrees to 285.
There's no response to helm.
Test it yourself, Chip.
Nothing. She won't respond.
We'll try the planes.
No response to planes control either.
And she's holding steady and true at a depth of 100 feet. On course 280.
Yes, sir.
All right, Chip. Come forward with me. Why do you think the controls don't respond?
It might be caused by the power loss.
But I believe it's something else. I think Seaview has been taken over.
Taken over?
Now, think about it, Chip. The damage we suffered in the pit area, your so-called accident in the circuitry room, computer tapes wiped clear, loss of reactive power, controls completely malfunctioning.
It builds up to a pretty strong case, but...
There's more. Lindsay and Crane.
Well, they're not acting normally, if that's what you mean, but maybe the strain we've all been
Not
under.
when you tie it in with the rest. They've been taken over, too.
You're talking about that creature that we have on board.
That's right. Now, Lindsay says it's pure intelligence, and I think he's right. It's more powerful, more dangerous intelligence than you and I could ever dream of.
What are we going to do about it?
There may be a way of short-circuiting its power. I'm going to work on that. Meanwhile, you pass the word quietly to the crew to stay away from portside corridor B and away from the lab. Kowalski, come along. We've got some work to do in the machine shop.
Yes, sir.
Admiral Nelson is moving against me. He must be destroyed.
Which one of us is to kill him?
Lindsay, you will do it at once.
What do you want me to do?
Lindsay is weak, not strong like you. If he fails, you will see to it that the Admiral dies.
It'll be done.
Mr. Lindsay to his cabin and lock him in. Post yourself on guard duty outside. He's not to leave there. Use any amount of force necessary to carry out your orders.
Break away from him, Lindsay.
What's the trouble?
I thought I heard something. Look at that, it's working again. The Admiral probably repaired the power leads.
It's fine.
Crane, Nelson is on his way to the observation nose. He has 2 devices with him. Kill Nelson and destroy the devices. At once.
Hold it. Put it down, Admiral. You too, Kowalski. What's wrong?
That thing. It had you under control. Complete control.
How?
There's time for that later. What matters now, we have a counter probe to neutralize it.
This is the captain. Emergency. We're in an uncontrolled dive.
We can't level off! How close to the bottom are we? The pedometer's blowing. We'll either hit bottom in 3 or 4 minutes or he crush depth. Blow all ballast tanks. Engineering, try to bring emergency power into play. Then all back emergency.
Can you get any power going in here, Chief?
No luck, Admiral. We don't have enough juice to power a flashlight.
We'll have to build some up. Come on.
You got me stumped, sir. How do we get power from this when the creature's draining it off?
Pull the damping rods. Let the reactor go critical.
Well, it's like using gasoline to put out a fire.
I'm hoping the extra energy will destroy it before we all go out in a nuclear blast. If it works, we may be able to get the rods back in before doomsday.
Creature or blast, it's like tossing a coin.
Energy intake has almost doubled in the past few moments.
I felt it. Something's wrong.
But you control everything. What could be wrong?
It's Nelson. He's tampered with the nuclear reactor. He's fighting me. I will show him who is master of the Seaview. He must not stand in my way now.
Watch the controls! The controls! Get the controls!
Kowalski! Turn on the counter probe!
Yes, sir!
How is he, Chet? Coming around. We've got to get to that creature and stop him now, Kowalski. Take the counter probe, get some men, and see if you can get into that lab.
Yes, sir. All right, you come with me.
good. There's nothing you can do before we're all destroyed.
Nothing can defeat us. No human can stop us from our ultimate destiny. I still have superior means at my command.
When I give the signal, open that door fast.
Damage control report. Damage control report.
What happens now, sir?
Captain Crane will worry about that. Let's get back to those dampening rods.
Nice. She's really building up, sir.
So we want you to keep pulling those rods. Keep checking the radiation count. Let me know as he reaches the critical area.
The door's been jammed shut. I'll get the skipper. You stay on those valves!
It's the last one, sir. Boy, the way this reactor is going, it'll be blast before we stop the creature.
We don't have a choice, Chief. Right now, we either destroy it or...
Look out! Sharky! The counter probe!
This is Nelson. I'm talking to you. You in the lab. Only listen, and listen well.
I hear you, Nelson.
Your power's going. Your attempt to take us over has already failed.
Not so, Nelson. You have no longer to live than any of the others.
But neither of you. Your ability to handle the energy is decreasing all the time.
Why do you fight me? Why do you fight when you are to die?
It's working, Chief. The overload's getting to him.
Doesn't look too good.
If we can get into the lab undercover the protective screen, we may be able to stop it in time.
Kowalski already tried that. The hatchway's jammed tight.
All right, we'll cut our way in. You take over here, Lee. Come on, we got some work to do.
Aye, aye, sir.
Lindsay, you must stop this flow of energy.
I can't stop the reactor now. They pulled the dampening rods. In a matter of minutes, the reactor will go critical and there'll be an atomic blast. There'll be nothing left of you, or us, or the sea view. I can do nothing.
I will not be defeated. We were created to rule. No living creature in the universe has ever stood in our way. The galaxies have bowed their heads to us. There must not be defeat. You will all die in agony. Die!
Stay behind me. Let's hope this will protect us long enough to get to the ejection switch. We gotta blow that thing out of the sub.
Aye, sir.
Get down! Try to hold him with this. Ice
Get the switch!
Chief.
Sir, just a thought. What happens if we can't get underway?
We have to get underway. There's enough energy stored in that to blow the Seaview to bits. Lee, put the rods back in. We've ejected the creature. Now get underway fast.
You heard him. Go ahead. Engineering, stand by to get underway.
Aye, sir. Standing by to answer bells.
How does it look, Skipper?
Still at critical mass. The reaction could go chained at any minute.
Get underway, Chip.
Not yet, sir. The reactor's still out.
Lee, what's happening?
It's not falling, Admiral. It's just holding it critical.
That's no good. We got to get out of here before that thing blows sky high.
But they could hold this way for hours. A blow at any second.
Look. Push the reactor to full emergency. Hold for 5 seconds, then bring her back.
Could be suicide, Skipper.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's working. All ahead full. Up 10 degrees on the planes.
Damage control. Report.
Several leaks, sir. We're getting them under control now.
Sonar report.
No contact, sir. Must have been totally destroyed.
We're at cruising speed. Depth 200.
Uh-huh. Let's go home. we had a busy day.